This research proposal is titled Lived Experiences of Students Exiting from Advanced Courses, a phenomenological study of high school students in a Title I rural-serving school district. Rural students are disproportionately missing out on the advantages of and access to advanced classes. This problem proliferates when students exit from advanced programs. In an environment already impacted by fewer opportunities, these students stifle their chances of benefiting from college readiness and career opportunities. Therefore, this study will seek to shed light on the experience of high school students in a Title I rural-serving school district who exit from advanced courses mid-year to further our understanding of a phenomenon that impacts students and their communities. Rural high school students have less access to advanced courses compared to their urban counterparts. For example, the National Center for Educational Statistics reports that schools in rural areas offer an average of 6 AP courses, compared to 13 in suburban areas. The effects of this are visible in the smaller percentage of rural high school graduates enrolling in college compared to their urban and suburban counterparts. According to data from National Student Clearinghouse, 29% of rural students ages 18 to 24 are enrolled in higher education institutions, while their suburban and city student counterparts are enrolled at a rate of 48%. Research shows that access to advanced coursework leads to higher student engagement, fewer absences and suspensions, and higher graduate rates. However, many students leave these courses for lower level ones mid-year. The exploration of this study can further our understanding of a phenomenon that has negative impacts on students and their communities. As no research was located on the examination of these experiences of students who remove themselves from advanced courses mid-year, the purpose of this study seeks to explore how students make sense of and explain such a phenomenon. The research question that guides this study is, what are the experiences of high school students in a Title I rural-serving school district who exit from advanced courses mid-year? A review of current literature did provide relevant insight regarding student experiences within advanced courses and common conditions leading to student retention or attrition within those advanced courses. Yet no study examines rural students' experiences exiting advanced courses, specifically mid-year. Research shows that students leave advanced courses due to the low expectations of teachers, the innate drive and ability of students, their feelings of being the odd one out in advanced courses, and pressures to make behavioral changes because of the conforming nature of advanced classes. This is valuable insight, but no study focuses on the human and student experiences of rural students who exit from advanced courses. Current studies are also restricted to merely interviewing students who have abstained from advanced enrollment at all, or interviewing students who have completed an advanced course and have decided to not re-enroll the next year. The phenomenon of rural students exiting advanced classes mid-year has not been examined. Arguably, the study of this phenomenon can offer invaluable insight into the most pressing reasons students urgently abandon challenging and beneficial coursework. Research indicates that students stay in advanced courses because of high expectations, praise and positive labels, and opportunities for second attempts. Looking into student experiences and perspectives can shed light on the significance of these components and answer whether their unavailability contributes to student dropout from advanced courses. With access to this knowledge, the field of education can engage in more targeted and informed efforts regarding student retention in advanced courses. A sociocultural framework will be used as a lens throughout this entire study. A contextualized look at student experiences with the phenomena under examination acknowledges how the rural community of students is intertwined with the research problem's existence and persistence. To explore the experience of high school students who exit from advanced courses mid-year, I will adopt a phenomenological qualitative study with semi-structured interviews. Qualitative research is the most appropriate route for this study. The research problem, purpose, and questions are not those of numbers. A better understanding of the phenomenon being studied can be accomplished by asking questions of how and why rather than how many or how much. Furthermore, the phenomenological study design with semi-structured interviews will permit the exploration of first-person student experience to understand the essence of the phenomenon. This study invites students to share their experiences to meaningfully contextualize the patterns of rural students' minimal engagement with advanced courses. It's aimed at exploring why high school students in Title I rural-serving districts exit from advanced courses mid-year rather than showcase how many students are doing so. I will conduct the study in 2025 to 2026 within a Title I rural-serving school district in the south central region of the United States. It focuses on a campus with grades 9 through 12, where advanced courses are offered in the form of both dual credit and advanced placement courses. I selected this district based on accessibility, the rural demographic of students, and current professional relationships with the district staff and administration. My background as a previous secondary education student within a rural Title I district makes me familiar with the educational community that functions as the context in which my research will take place. Similarly, my expertise as an educator instructing AP coursework for rural students has given me the opportunity to learn alongside their experiences, bridging the gap between insider and outsider. I will use purposeful criterion sampling for this study to ensure that all 30 participants meet the criteria of importance regarding the examination of the phenomenon under study. I will invite students from across the high school to participate in the study by sending out an email to student accounts as well as parents and guardians. Physical and digital flyers will be posted across the campus, and homeroom teachers will also hand out an invitation letter to students who fit the criteria. These students will be predetermined and identified for those teachers. When collecting data, semi-structured interviews with broad, open-ended questions will facilitate organic and rich descriptions from participants regarding what they experienced and how the phenomenon was experienced. I will also engage in reflective memoing and take field notes in a personal digital journal during the interview process to utilize and focus on the learning derived from interactions with participants and their descriptions. Verbatim transcripts of interview recordings will ensure the validity of the study and lead to the obtainment of rich data. The interview questions focus on understanding how participants experience their transition from advanced to non-advanced courses, what led to this transition, and the impact the transition had on them. I will conduct a thematic analysis of the data obtained from interview transcripts via an inductive approach. This will allow me to determine patterns in the experiences of students who exit advanced courses mid-year without the restraint of preconceived categories or constructs. Considering these experiences in relation to their specific and unique context aligns such themes to the tenets of sociocultural theory while also shedding light on the specific conditions of the phenomenon. The 5-step inductive approach I will follow includes data cleaning, initial close reading of each transcript, in vivio coding to avoid the inferencing of meaning, examining overlapping codes and uncoding texts, and the continuing refinement of categories. No software is going to be used in the analysis of the data. Before data collection begins, informed consent forms will be distributed and signed by participants. To avoid unintentional coercion, consent forms will be distributed and collected by a third party who is not a teacher or faculty member on campus. Additional verbal consent will be requested prior to each interview session, also obtained by the third party. During data collection, pseudonyms, securely protected transcripts, and the adherence to the IRB guidelines will also be implemented. Conducting the interviews virtually over Zoom will reduce the risk of harm to the study's participants. In this interview setting, participants feel more comfortable. Resources for professional support will be at hand during each interview for situations that might possibly arise when participants experience emotional distress. And of course, participants can conclude the interview or withdraw from the study at any time without having to disclose or justify their reason for doing so. To ensure trustworthiness and credibility throughout the study, I will frequently revisit the reflective memos recorded after interviews to monitor bias and subjectivity. This will be done through engagement in frequent discussions and debriefs with peers and faculty advisors. Additionally, cross-coding with a second researcher experienced in qualitative research will check for consistency and challenge any bias. I will also use member checking to verify the interpretations of what participants communicated in their interviews. For this step, emerging themes and categories found from the data will be presented to participants. They will be allowed to check for the validity and the extent to which the findings resonate with their own experiences. During this time, participants can object to the presentation of their words or ideas. This last step will be critical, especially considering the study's acknowledgement and use of the sociocultural framework. Thank you for listening, and please feel free to send in any feedback that you have. Here are the references for this presentation.